Good morning, guys. So last week I worked on weekly planners. The week before that I was doing magnetic bookmarks. This week I'm going to be mainly concentrating on stickers, and I'll show you guys the process of how I make my stickers and going through all of that. But today I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys about what being a small business owner looks like just starting out, because if you've been following my journey, then you know that this just is new to me as far as doing stationery and really niching down. Being a small business owner, especially when you're very first starting out, looks completely different than somebody that has been doing this for years. Somebody that is established, somebody that is actually got their business going and is really big. So I want to talk about today what it kind of looks like when you're just starting out, because it's not all these orders coming in. It's not prepping for this or that really, as far as that moment when you start getting orders coming in. Okay. But you still need to keep going, and you still need to plan your day and be consistent and keep yourself in a schedule. Okay. And the reason I say that is because if you stop being consistent and you stop doing things, then you're going to slowly just go down. And that's not what you want. You want to bring in sales. You want to bring things in. So one of the things that I want to talk to you guys today about is what I do to keep myself going, even on the days that I'm like, is this even working? My last launch, my Easter launch, I took my Easter stuff off last night and I got 0 sales from that. Not one sale came from my first launch. It can be really discouraging in the beginning, but you have to not let the tough times get you down, because that's what's going to get you all the way through. At the end, when all of this looks like what you want it to look like, what you're envisioning it to look like, when you turn around and you look back on everything, you'll know those tough times is what you learned from. It can be really hard in the very beginning, especially when you're not seeing anything come back in. Expenses starting a new business can be very hard on you. It can be very expensive. It can be very daunting because you get excited about whatever it is that you're doing. You get really excited, you buy all the things, you start to do it, you start to post on it, and you might even see a seller or two. Your family, your friends, people might actually come in and help you and want to be there for you, but then nothing. Know that in that nothingness, you still have to keep going, and you still have to keep pushing yourself through. Do not stop. Keep going. We're going to talk about 5 things that I do on a daily basis as a small business owner that is just starting out to keep myself accountable and to keep going. So those are what we're going to dive in today. If you have not seen my channel before, my name is Amber McCurdy. I'm the business owner of the Sweet Serenity Co. On this channel, I just kind of walk you guys through as me starting as a small business owner with my stationery business and keychains. One of the things is I'm a mom. 4 children. One has moved out and went to college, and we have some puppies, and my husband hurt his back, so he's home too. So my whole household is normally home. So I try to get these video recordings done when everybody else is still sleeping or when they have gone to work. It's not always easy. But one of the things that I do see other creators doing and small business owners doing is recording their journey and their progress and what they're going through and all these things. And so I started doing that. So YouTube is one of the things and how I started recording my journey and my progress and everything. Okay, sorry. I've had to literally stand up and move multiple times just to get this video recorded. That's what I'm saying. Just keep going. When you get interruptions, pause, come back, keep going. But recording the journey, that is one of the things that I have found that is helping my business, and I've seen others, it helped theirs. It not only is good for you because you can see where you started, and then once you get somewhere where you were, where you are, and where you're going to be. And then you can just kind of come back and look and go, oh, okay, it hasn't always been like this. It's been like this, and look back on your journey. But others that are just starting out, that maybe a year from now, they're just starting and they start to watch your videos and you're inspirational to them, and they see, oh, it's not just me. I'm doing struggles too, just like she did. So documenting it somehow, whether it be YouTube or Reels or in a blog, whatever that might be for you, whatever that looks like for you. Definitely for me, I've noticed recording yourself and documenting what you're doing. I mean, you don't have to do face-to-face like this. You can just show what you're doing and how you make the things, or just you making the things or stuff like that. Okay. So that's tip number one. That is something that I do every single day. I make sure that I do some kind of recording every day. I post it up on my social medias. I do YouTube, and then I also make 3 reels a day to post on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook now. So document yourself. Number 2 things that I do is I'm either going to write down things that I want to work on, or I'm going to start working on things that I know that I've already wrote down that I want to work on. So for me, I make stationery. So I hand draw a lot of my stationery. So with me hand drawing my stationery, I'm going to start to sketch things out, or I'm going to look and get inspirational things that I want to know that I want to be able to start doing things. I need to know, okay, do I have a launch coming up? What's coming up? You need to stay ahead of the seasons. So you need to look ahead and be like, okay, so 4th of July is getting ready to come up. So here pretty soon, I actually need to start working on the 4th of July. Those kind of things. So you need to be like pre-planning what you're going to be doing and either writing it down or getting started on it. So that is something that you need to do. Keep a notebook, write down your ideas, write down your thoughts, whatever it is, get it out, put it on paper, and have it in front of you so that when you go to do something, you're not like, what was I doing? What should I be doing? What was a good idea? Like, I had this, even if it's at night, like I keep a little notebook on my bed and I'll write it down right next to my bed. So just anything that you can think of, anything that pops into your head in a moment, write it down somewhere, put it in notes of your phone, something so you don't forget, because some mornings I wake up and I'm like, what did I need to do today? And I get kind of lost. And I'm like, okay, so I have found that if I write down, okay, Monday we're doing this, Tuesday, Wednesday, kind of plan my week out, then I can look and be like, okay, so it holds me to somewhat of a schedule. Now, I will say as a new business owner, your schedule's not going to look the same as it was if you even had like 10 orders to pack that day. When you start getting orders in, I would even record yourself putting those orders in. So your day's going to change and it's going to look different the bigger you get and the more orders you get in. But when you don't have any orders and you're just starting out, that's what we're talking about, okay? Number 3, what I do is I get on all of my social media platforms, every single one of them. I get on them and I check them to see from the day before where I'm at with my views, my analytics, what worked, what didn't work, kind of what it looks like. See if I've gotten any new subscribers, lost subscribers. Like, do I have more interaction on one video versus another? Like, I'm really digging into my analytics on each and every single thing that I'm posting so that I can see what's working and what maybe I shouldn't be posting. And then what I can maybe dig more into, what people are liking to see. I've noticed people like to see how-tos and they like to see how you're making something and what you're doing. It's the human mind. We're curious. We want to see things in action and how you do it. So that's why I say videotaping what you're doing, even if it's just a quick reel, is amazing. Now with YouTube, I don't really speed things up. I will to a point, but on my reels, I speed everything up very quickly. So they're seeing me make it, but they're not seeing the process, but they still like that. If they want to see the process and get in depth, they can come on here because like today I will go over when I start to make my stickers and stuff, how I do it. So that is the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to check analytics on everything. And while I'm checking my analytics, I'm writing this down so that I know that day when I go to do my videos or my reels or whatever it is that I'm doing, I can maybe like redirect myself in a different way than I thought that I was going to. Okay. Number 4, after I'm doing all of that, if I have any emails or any messages, anything else like that, I'm going to go back and I'm going to reply to anybody and everybody that's commented on my videos, emailed me, or even messages me. I'm going to go and I'm going to reply back to everybody, because it's very important that even if somebody says, like I have people that tell me all the time, this is really cute stationery. So I'm going to reply back to that and say, thank you, I really appreciate it. You want to make sure that you're acknowledging the people that are actually giving you some kind of support, and you need to thank them for that. If I do get an order, I'm going to go and I'm going to post and say, thank you for your order, blah, 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 if it's somebody like on Facebook or something. If I know them or if I can find them. I get on, because I do have my own Facebook page for my business. I'll get on there no matter what and say, thank you, Sarah, for your order. I'm getting this packed up. It'll be in the mail, blah, blah, blah. Now, you don't have to do that, but I do that right now. That will change later on. And you kind of do have to be careful, because you don't want to get people used to you doing something if you can't keep up with it later on in your business, because you need to treat this as if you have 50 to 100 orders coming in. What can you keep up with if you had 100 orders versus no orders? But at the same time, things are going to evolve and change in your business too. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to reply. I'm going to do those things. And then the very last thing that I do is I get on my website and I get in my analytics. I see if I've had any visitors that day. I look and see if anybody has shown up on my website and clicked on anything, because it'll show you these things. And I have a little pop-up thing through OmniSend that after a few seconds, it'll give them 10% off if they put their email in, and I will get subscribers through there. So I'll get on, I'll check my analytics. And if it's been a minute since I have emailed my subscribers through my website, I'm going to let them know of any updates. So right now I need to do an email here shortly, not quite yet, but here shortly, of the launch that's coming up on April 25th at 1 p.m. or 12 p.m. So I need to go in and I need to let them know. When I did my Easter launch, I did the same thing. It'll show you how many people are clicking on their emails, how many people are opening their emails, things like that. And you can get OmniSend to click right in with Shopify, because that's what I use for my website. So I'm getting on there, I'm checking my products, making sure that they're up to date, that I don't need to remove any, that I have all my new ones that I need to add to it already added. My pre-launch, I'm adding my products that go on to my pre-launch if I have them. So those are things that I'm doing. So like today when I work on stickers, the reason I'm working on the stickers that I am working on is I need to take pictures for my launch that's coming up on the 25th. Yes, I have the digitals, but they want to see the physicals. So you want to be able to cut some of these out, one, because you want to make sure your color looks good, they're printing good, and you can get this done, and how long it takes you to get it done. And then you need to take physical pictures so people can see that it is a physical product. You do have them, you have made them, and what they look like made. So that is why I do that with all of my products. So I will print, if it's like my weekly planners, I won't print a whole weekly planner. I'll print one page. And then once I print that one page, I take a picture of it with other things around it. And then I post it. And then now I also have a picture I can use to put as my pre-launch and put it on my website so that it's ready to go. I do sneak peeks and things like that too. So I do it of me drawing it, I do of me printing it, and I do of like behind the scenes kind of things. So these are what's going to keep your people engaged with you and what they're doing. So I hope that these 5 tips will kind of help you as a small business owner and kind of help you like steer yourself what you can be doing, because I know some days you can be like, well, I don't have any orders coming in. I really don't have anything to do. That's not true. As a small business owner, you always have something, even if it's something little, that you can be doing. Do research that day. Jump on YouTube and watch some YouTube videos. Look in your analytics. Look and see what you can be doing for your business that might be a little bit better, or make a product that you can make a video of you making it and then take pictures of it. It always helps for people to see the physical product. Anyways, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. I did get my YouTube video posted yesterday, and it seems to be taking forever to upload. It was supposed to post yesterday. I actually had it going and it kept saying that it was like 50%, and I don't think it ever got past 50%. So I need to get on there, check that, get that going. But I'll be back either later today and or tomorrow because I'm going to still be making some of my stickers. I need to get them printed out and I need to take pictures. So if I do that, of course, I will record that, and that'll be something that you guys will also see me doing. So you guys will kind of see me in action with these 5 steps that I'm talking about. So I'll be back later and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, so we're going to jump into Cricut right now, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I upload my stickers into Cricut. I save everything in my Cricut design space so that I can always pull it back up later. So I just upload everything off of my computer or my Dropbox, depending on where it's at. I hand draw all of my stickers, and so you're going to see these on here where I've hand drawn these. This sticker right here, I don't have to put a white background behind it because I already did that in Procreate. However, I can say that not all of them do have this white sticker background that I've done in Procreate, so I will show you the way that I add it onto my stickers here in Cricut Design Space. When I upload all of my pictures, like I said, I'm getting them off of my desktop or from my Dropbox. And a lot of them you need to make sure have a transparent background when you upload them into here. So like with this Highland cow, I'm going to go ahead and upload it. It's going to be a flat graphic. I'm going to save it to my stationery, and then I'm going to bring him down to about 3 inches, maybe a little bit less, depending on how big I'm wanting my stickers. But 3 is normally what I start with. So I'll switch him down to 3. And then after that, I'm going to show you exactly how I go in. Now, I've been told that you need a subscription to be able to hit the edit button and hit the sticker. I don't have a Cricut subscription, so I'm not quite sure why I can do this. But you're going to hit die cut and you're going to take the easy peel off of it. I'm then going to make the border where it says thin for this sticker. I want to make sure that it's cute. I'm hoping I might actually have to go back in and make this one thick, only because we don't want his little tail to break. So with these stickers, you want to make sure that they are 1, die cut, but 2, that the outer limit of it, like the outer part of it, is thick enough that when somebody peels the sticker off of the backing, it's not going to break. And I'm afraid that his little tail is going to break, so I'm going to have to go in and fix that just to make sure that that does not happen. I have another one of some books that I'm going to upload here in a little bit that I do make thicker. Now, when you upload these and you are getting them put into your Cricut design space and saving them, also keep in mind that once you save them, they'll just be there. So you don't always have to upload them later on. But also, like I said, you want to make sure that they're normally like a PNG, because that's what's going to give you that background where it's removed. So you want a transparent background with all of these, and you want it removed off of there. So as I get these uploaded into my Cricut design space, you're going to notice that I'm making 6 of these, and that is because I have found that when I go to make my pictures, that having 6 of them is best. And I do this to be able to place it on my website and to show people what the actual sticker looks like when I have them already made and done and ready to go for shipment. I want them to see the actual product. And I do this with all of my products. I make sure that every single one of them is taken, and I take the pictures myself, and I make sure they look really cute, which you guys will see the full process. I'm showing you guys the full process. You guys have seen that I hand draw these. I could not hand draw to save my life until I started watching Happy Fox. You can find her on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. She's got some courses. They've been amazing, and they've helped me a ton. So with all of that, I've been able to start hand drawing a lot better than what I used to. Okay, so this stack of books right here is the one that I need to make thicker, because when I made it thin, it definitely detached from the bottom and it did rip. I don't want any of my products to ever do that when a customer gets them. I want them to be good products, everything else like that. You're also going to notice that when I upload this into Cricut Design Space and I go in and I put it in as a sticker, I'm doing it as a kiss cut. You do not want to do kiss cut. I actually had to go back in and switch it to die cut. Kiss Cut is going to be for sticker sheets. So those are going to be if you're having more than one sticker and you're making sticker sheets. When you're making a single sticker, you want it to be a die cut sticker. Die cut's going to cut it all the way through so that you can grab your sticker and hold it and be able to peel it off. Kiss Cut is going to literally leave it in a sheet. It'll still cut the sticker, but it's not going to cut the back of the sticker. So you're able to still get your sticker off of the sheet, but it's not like holding just one single sticker. I really hope that makes sense. That's the best I can describe it, but you can see here on the left, it does say Kiss Cut and not die cut. I do make it the border thicker, which is great. That's what I'm wanting so that the books don't detach. Okay, so right here, we're going to go ahead and just get the 6 going, and then I'm going to end up saving all of this so that I'm able to come back later on and make the exact same stickers I am right now, which means I can just pull it up, I can print them. These are going to print several sheets of 8x11 sheets sticker paper. I do use waterproof sticker paper. I will show you when I go to print these off what sticker paper I use. To remove my background, you can see I am using Canva. I do pay for Canva Pro for this reason so that I can remove the background off of things. So right now it's a 3x3. I go in, I remove the background, transparent background, and I keep it between 1.8 and 2.0 when I download it. And then I'm going to just rename it and I'm going to upload it just like all of the other ones into Cricut Design Space. Okay, now that I have all of my stickers and I've got 6 of each of them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and save it, like I said, into my stuff. And then I'm going to go over and hit that make button. And then from there, we're going to go head to the printer and print it out on my waterproof sticker paper. And then I'm going to cut these into my Cricut. It's going to be on several mats because having this many stickers, it's going to take a few of them to print and cut. So let's go ahead and jump over to the printer and to the Cricut machine and go from there. Okay, so right here is going to be my Etsy shop because like I've told you guys before, I have an Etsy and I also have my Shopify. So with my Etsy shop, what I'm doing here is I am just going in and making sure that all of my listings look really good. I actually went in today and even updated more of my photos and rearranged my picture area in my living room because I want to make sure that I have these optimized just for Etsy. So a lot of these I go through and I'm deleting them because I've got no sales, I've got no views, like they're literally just taking up space in my shop and I don't need them to, and I'm literally paying for them to be there when I have no views whatsoever coming through on any of these. So I want to make sure that all of my listings that I have are going to be listings that are actually being viewed at least. I have not made any sales on my Etsy in probably about 3 months. I do make quite a bit of sales through my digital products. Unfortunately, I've gotten no reviews back on them because a lot of people that buy digital don't really leave reviews. However, I did end up making a discount card and realized I did not record that process, but I added it to my Etsy listings. So what does that mean? That means that when you look at my Etsy listings, one of the pictures is a thing that says save 25% off, and it gives them a link to follow, and they follow this link, and when they go there and give me their email, at the end of it they get a discount code for 25% off, which is also going to help with the Etsy listings that I have going on right now. The reason that I'm trying to do this is I'm trying to drive sales to my Etsy shop because with Etsy, it is literally going to be somewhere where everybody's already shopping. People are already there versus my Shopify. I have to market that and put it on all my social medias, which of course I do. But supposedly Etsy is supposed to be pretty easy to get sales on. And that's not always been the case for me. I literally just started doing the stationery, as you guys know, about a month ago, but I've always done clip art, as you can see.
And I've done digital designs right here on my Etsy. So now I'm starting to add my stickers onto here, and then I add my bookmarks and my stationery stuff, and I'm just optimizing my store as much as possible. I'm even going to go in and change the background banner to my Etsy shop and everything else. Just try and get it to where it's going to look a little better and get rid of anything that's taking up space that shouldn't be, and add some more listings to it that are going to be new so that I can show Etsy, hey, I'm still here, I'm still active, it's still a good store, push this out. Your SEOs, you're going to want to make sure that you're adding tags to everything, and it's going to be things that your customers are actually looking for. So if I'm wanting somebody to find a magnetic bookmark of mine, I need to put in that tag magnetic bookmark. I need to put bookmark, and then whatever the bookmark might be. So if it's a teddy bear, I'm going to put teddy bear bookmark, teddy bear, cute, things like that, stationery, stuff like that, so that when they have a search, it's there. You need not only your listing to have a good title, good tags, but your pictures need to be something that jumps out at people. And I struggle with the picture part. So like I said, I did go in today and I redid some of my pictures, which I don't show you guys on here, that part, because again, I forgot to record that, but we'll start doing that next week because I'm redoing my Etsy shop this week, and I'm also working with my Shopify. So that's kind of what I'm doing in this video. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm optimizing my shop as much as possible. I might start to use the Etsy ads here later on, but so far I've not done it because every time in the past, whenever I've done it, it's not brought anything to my shop. It's brought more views, but that's about it. Nobody comes in, nobody buys. It doesn't really help me that direction. And that's really what I'm going for. So this is what I'm showing you right here, is just pretty much me going in and doing this with my Etsy shop. Okay, so now we're on over at my Shopify. I'm going to run the same discount as I did with my Etsy, as you've seen. And then I'm also going to go into ChatGPT, and I'm going to make the same little kind of cutesy Facebook post and Instagram post so people understand that I am running a sale both on my Etsy and on my Shopify. I'm doing these sales to try and get some more traffic to come in and get some more eyes on both of my stores. I also still, like I said, did that discount thing where if you sign up for my emails, then you get a 25% discount. If you guys want me to show you how I did that, just comment down below and I can show you exactly how I do that. But right now, what I'm doing is running the discount in my Shopify and making sure that it's all set up and ready to go. As you guys know, I've used OmniSend before for my emails and everything, but I actually disconnected my OmniSend today from doing it. I tried to do MailChimp because I've used them before too. It didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. And so now I need to go back in and get my OmniSend working correctly, but I disconnected it because it wasn't working. It wasn't popping up and people were putting in their emails, but they were not receiving their discounts. So what I ended up having to do was use JotForm to be able to have them fill it out. And then I'm just sending them the discount code right there at the end, the thank you card. It lets you put whatever you want for your thank you. And it says, thank you so much. Here's your discount. And so I'm just in the back end of Shopify and I create that discount. I also do that in Etsy. This right here though is just going to be a sale that I'm running for a week and it's going to be 30% off of all products. And so that's what I did here and for my Etsy, trying to get people to come in on my websites. Because as you guys know, that it has been slow going for me and it is very discouraging when I don't have anybody coming in and buying any of my products. I know that what I'm making is cute and they're good products. I have people tell me all the time, oh, your stationery is really cute. I really like it. I get it off of Facebook and TikTok, like all these comments and everything, but I'm not seeing anybody come in and do any of the sales. My next launch is going to be April 25th at 1 p.m. for the graduates of 2026 and the teacher appreciation. I'm very worried that I will get no sales on that launch, just like I did not on my Easter. So I'm just trying to work through this and kind of get going as, you know, I'm making it through. But as a small business owner who is new, it's really hard. And I don't have the money to spend on ads. I don't have money to spend on marketing. I don't have money to take somebody's course to show me how to do something I pretty much already know how to do. But there could be that they could show me different avenues, workways, things like that. But I have to do this in a way that does not cost me money because right now my husband is the only one bringing in money. He's not even working. He is actually on workman's comp because he just had back surgery. So it's been really difficult and I'm just trying to make it through this difficult part in my life and just get this business up and going. This is exactly why I'm recording everything that I'm doing so that you guys can see my mistakes, you guys can see my wins, and hopefully I can help another small business owner just as myself. Plus, hopefully within a year I can come back, rewatch these videos, and just see how far I've come. I know that the only way that I can be successful is if I keep going and I don't quit. Okay, so right here you guys see that I'm in ChatGPT. I do pay for my ChatGPT Pro, as you guys see here, and I do have to pay for my Shopify. So if you've not used Shopify before, Shopify is $29 a month for you to be able to have it. Like I said, I do use this and Etsy. I'm trying to use every avenue I possibly can. My Etsy did not cost me anything to open up, but it does now cost $30 to open up an Etsy, but it's a one-time fee. And then it's $20 for each posting that you put on there. And then I think they have some kind of like sales fee that's like 6% or something like that. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get these so that I can post them on my Facebook, my Instagram, Pinterest, Lemonade, all the places that I can post them. That way I can get the word out there that there is a 30% sale on my website and on my Etsy. So this is still going. When you guys watch this video, you will notice that if you go to my website, this sale is still going. If you're a small business owner like me, I suggest like running sales periodically, but making sure that your customers know about it. Email marketing is going to be the biggest way of getting it out there, but you have to be able to get those leads and get the emails. And that's where OmniSend or MailChimp comes into play. Like I said, I just started using JotForm. It's coming straight to my email and then I'm putting it into OmniSend so that I can still send out those emails. So I am still using OmniSend. So if you guys do have any questions about what I'm doing or how I'm marketing myself, go ahead and comment down below. I would love to be able to make a video or answer any questions you guys have. Literally, these vlogs are to, like I said, help other small business owners, show you guys how-tos, and to just kind of track my progress because I got to do it, right, guys? Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to play some music and we'll come back. Okay, so right here, I am actually trying to get my stickers and things like that to be free. I'm trying to pretty much what I'm doing is my stickers are going to go in an envelope and I'm going to mail them out. So I want to be able to give stickers to people, well, not give, but when people buy stickers, have them not have to pay for the shipping. So that's one of the things that I'm doing here. I'm changing my background. I'm still sprucing up my Etsy shop. So you guys will kind of see how I spruce it up here also, how I use ChatGPT, things like that in Canva. I do pay for Canva Pro. But back to what I was saying about trying to get my stickers to ship for free. I noticed late in the game, and maybe this is one of the reasons why I'm not selling any stickers, is that you would buy a sticker and you're also paying for the shipping for this sticker. And I'm like, are you serious? The sticker is literally, there should be no shipping. And both Etsy and Shopify were trying to charge for shipping, and there should just be no shipping. So my stickers are now easy for me to ship unless it's like 50 over, then there is a little bit of shipping on it because then they do start to weigh a little bit more. But unfortunately, because it's in an envelope, there is no tracking number, and it will take 7 to 10 business days to get it from my place to wherever it is that it's shipping to, depending on where it's going. So just keeping that in mind when you are running your shops, that you want to try and figure out your shipping, guys. The shipping for Shopify, that was crazy. Trying to figure it out. I had to do it by weight so that I could get it figured out correctly. And then it was messing with my other ones. It took me 2.5 hours to figure it out and to get it done correctly, but I finally figured it out and I did get it done correctly. So I am using ChatGPT right here. I'm actually trying to get a Etsy banner. It does not work for me. So I just go in and I find a really cute one that I end up making in Canva, and I get that one to go on my background to my Etsy. Again, I'm just trying to spruce it up. I'm trying to bring more eyeballs in here, and I'm trying to make it more appealing for customers to come in. I've been on Etsy, it shows, for 3 years, so that I do have going for me. A new shop is a little harder because it doesn't show that you've sold anything. But once you do start selling things, I would ask for reviews from people who come in and buy things off of your Etsy. I wish that I would have done that, but I never did ask for reviews. And I just recently started sprucing this up and really wanting to reuse it again within the last couple of months. So, and in those last couple of months, I have had some people come in, but it wasn't until recently that I thought about it and went, okay, I probably should have asked for reviews. So I'm going to copy how big this is. I'm going to take it in. We are going to actually speed this part up. Hold on just a moment. Okay, now we're in Canva, and I'm going to take what I just copied and pasted into ChatGPT, and I'm actually going to bring it into here, and it's actually going to get me the right size. ChatGPT does not always work for me, and it doesn't always do what I want it to do, so I will go into Canva and end up doing it. But sometimes ChatGPT can make the cutest graphics and designs, but sometimes it just can't. And so I'm trying to find something that kind of matches my website and matches like my aesthetics, which is pink. I love pink, everything pink. So bright pink, light pink, anything pink, I absolutely love it. So I end up going in here and I get this. I make it super cute, and this is what I end up using and putting on my Etsy shop. But anytime you're using Etsy, you want to make sure that it's appealing to the eye, that you are using the right kind of tags. You're getting your thumbnail just like you do with YouTube. You want it to really be something that draws somebody in and that they think that they need to click on it. If you just have a basic picture along with everybody else's, then nobody's going to click on it. And that is where I have struggled. That is something that I'm trying to optimize. And I started to retake my pictures today and uploading them into my Etsy shop. If you guys want to look at it, it's the Sweet Serenity Co., just like everything else on Etsy. But anyway, so I did go in, I refixed my pictures because your thumbnails on Etsy is just as important as your thumbnails on YouTube. If you want somebody to click on your product and you want them to come into your shop and look, you need to give them a reason as to why they're going to pick you over everybody else that is on there. There are thousands upon thousands of people on Etsy, and it is so saturated with the same things. But you can still make sales, you can still stand out. You just have to be able to make sure that you are using catching eyes, like catching somebody's eyes with your pictures and your banner and all of those things. Now, here's the thing that I can tell you is you want to do your research. You want to go into the search button. You want to see what's popular for whatever it is that your niche is. So mine is stationery. So I need to go in and I need to like see, okay, what is everybody searching when they see stationery? When I type that in, how many things underneath stationery is coming in? What is everybody looking at? What is being, up there? If I put bookmarks, then it's also going to pull up like what kind of bookmarks people are looking for. So as you can see here, right here, you can see some that I have actually done digitally as backgrounds go, like with my keychains right here. But you can also see my stickers here. I've taken those pictures. Those are the ones that I optimized. I actually went and retook these pictures because I wanted closer up pictures of my product. Your product needs to pretty much be all the way in frame and be like your main focus. And so I didn't like how dark those pictures were, and I didn't like that it didn't feel like it was really in frame. So I go in and I redo those. So you want to make sure that you are doing that. You want to change your titles. If you feel like the title isn't catchy enough, it's not going to catch somebody's eye, it's not going to make somebody click, go in, fix it. Make sure that whatever it is that you think your person is going to be looking for, they look for it. Because you could put on your thing bookmark or like spring bookmark, but 9 times out of 10 somebody's probably not going to be looking for a spring bookmark. What else is on your bookmark? Like, is it a bunch of flowers? Does it have books in it? Does it have cups, tea, like all these things? Like, I have my magnetic teddy bear bookmark, as I was saying earlier, so I put teddy bear magnetic bookmark, so that if somebody's looking for a magnetic bookmark, that's in my title. Or if they're looking for teddy bears or something like that, it's going to pull it up. And then I'm going to also put that into my tags also. So you just want to make sure you're utilizing every piece that it gives you when you are doing this so that they have it. Canva Pro has helped me out a lot with building my website and building my thumbnails for Etsy and for my Shopify. I use Canva every day and it does do layers and things like that. Right here, you're going to see me adding that if you want the stickers, they're going to ship for free, but they're going in an envelope and that it's going to take 7 to 10 business days. I'm going to put this in my listing. I'm going to put this both in my Etsy and in my Shopify so that when somebody buys my stickers, they understand that this can take longer so that they're not thinking, oh, this is going to, they're not coming or this is taking too long. This way they know, oh, it's coming regular mail and this is why. So I do put these in here so that people understand that that is something that is going to happen. Also, I noticed when I was doing my research last night on Etsy, when it comes to stickers, sticker bundles are a hit. I'm selling individual stickers. I did drop them down to $2.95, but what I'm going to do is do bundle stickers. So just mysterious bundles and then maybe some bundles of my book ones, like bundling them together because I did do, like I said, my research and Etsy. It is showing that these bundles of stickers are 100% something that is selling a lot on Etsy. So if you make stickers, just FYI, bundles sell. So try it out. So anyways, guys, this is kind of how I'm getting my shops both kind of a new look, trying to get some views and sales coming into them. Like I said, I've just been working on this all week. So really all you're seeing me doing is everything that I've been doing all week in screenshots. I hope that what I'm doing is really helping somebody out there and showing you guys how you can get more people to come into your shops and market yourself out on social media. You want to make sure that every day you're showing up on social media. I know that can be hard, but just making sure if you can't do a reel, like I said, I was trying to do 3 reels a day. It's not been easy to do that. I'm still trying to do that, but even if I can't do 3 reels, I'm at least getting 1 reel in and some pictures in and reminding people, hey, I'm still here. Here are my products. This is what I'm doing. And just showing sneak peeks behind the scenes. Also, people love to see what you are doing behind the scenes and how you make things. So anything that you can show behind the scenes is great. So just keep doing that. So here I do take that and I put that as my main picture. I changed that today. I did not leave that as my main picture as you're seeing me do here. The pictures that I took is more up close of the product because after looking on Etsy and doing my research, I just noticed that the ones that the product is in the main focus of the thumbnail and is right there bright in your face, that's what people are clicking on. People are not going to click on my photos if it's going to show all of my stickers with some writing on the bottom. I can add that as the second or third picture over, which is exactly what I do. And that way they still get the information. They still get the, hey, it's in an envelope. It's going to take some time. I also do put that in the description. But at the same time, I've got my thumbnail that they're at least clicking on it. So I really do hope this helps somebody and that you guys understand how this is working. Right here, what I'm showing you guys is how I'm going to be able to get these to come and they're going to be free and what's going to happen when they ship out so that people are getting free shipping on them. So this is my shipping profiles on my Etsy. So you can go into your shipping profiles if you've not done so, and you can do a fixed price. You can change it. You can do whatever you need to do in the back end. Doing it on Etsy is a heck of a lot cheaper than not cheaper, but it's easier, sorry, than it is on my Shopify. My Shopify was a complete nightmare. However, I did get it done. So this is what my Etsy looks like as of right this minute when I got it all said and done. Like I said, I removed this picture right here. I stick it as like the second or third picture and I updated my pictures today. So just make sure that it looks aesthetic to the eye. Okay, so what I'm sitting down doing now is getting my thank you cards all printed out. So I made these in Canva and I'm going to go in and what I'm going to use to be able to print these out is going to be Avery. So I go in and I use a template from here, which I already have saved. And then I'm going to print it as a PDF and that's how I'm able to print 4 at a time. And then I use my cutter to cut them out. So I do use Avery to do this and I upload a design that I've already made in Canva, as you can see here. And then I'm just gonna go in and print these and get them ready. So these are my thank you cards that I put in with all of my orders that come through. It does have a discount on there, thanking them for ordering with me and everything else like that. So what I do is I just make sure that I put this in every order so that they have something that is like, hey, thank you, I appreciate you, because every order means everything to me, no matter how little it is or how big it is. Every order means a ton to my small little business. So I want to make sure that everybody knows this. So this is exactly what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting these to where they're in the border. I can print them. And then after that, I'm going to go out and I'm going to cut them out. Now I did record myself cutting these out, but then my phone died in the middle of it. So I don't even know if I have the actual recording for it. If I do, I will add it in here in just a minute. Okay, so what I'm doing is just listening to my murder podcast in my headphones like I always do. and then I'm getting my big paper cutter up here. I do use this when I need to cut through more than like 2 or 3 sheets of paper. I got this off of Amazon and I absolutely love it. It works great. It gets the perfect cut for me almost every single time. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting out those thank you cards that I showed you guys how I made those in Avery and printed them out. So now I'm just cutting them out. Unfortunately, my video does cut off because my phone dies in the middle of all of this. But this cutter right here, like I said, it's on Amazon. It's great for stationery. This is how I make all of my notebooks, my notepads, weekly planners, and things like that. That's how I cut them all out and get like the perfect cut every single time and make sure that they are all the same cut. This has worked out for me extremely well. So if you're looking for something like this, I would definitely give this a go. I also did a review on my YouTube page, so you can look a couple videos down and you're going to see the review on this cutter when I got it. I love it. I do have another one that I do use that's a little bit older. You can kind of see it in the background behind me. I actually found that one at a thrift store and I love it for when I'm cutting like up to 3 at a time because the blade is pretty sharp. It's not super heavy and it also gets great cuts. This one is just my heavy duty one and I'm able to get good cuts every time. It takes me a little bit, but absolutely love it. Anyways, guys, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching and I appreciate everything. I will see you guys next week.